Okay, thank you for joining me today. I hope this isn't too off-putting that I've got 2 looks on each eye. I've just filmed a video for the new... Again, I've just filmed a look for the Frozen 2 and Soda collaboration, so if you would like to see that, then please go and check that out. If it's not uploaded already, then it hopefully will be very soon. I'm going to get into today some of my staples, which I have put in this baggie, and then I've also got some eyeshadow palettes here with me. These are things that I use quite a lot. Some of them I use a lot more than others. Eyeshadow I tend to like rotate a bit, but yeah. I suppose we'll start off with this bad boy. This is a Sigma Switch. I think I do have the box still. Yeah, so this is the Sigma Switch. I would fully recommend this to anybody. I think it's out of stock on Feel Unique in the UK at the moment, but I am really loving this. It makes things so much easier. I mean, don't forget to wash your brushes properly as well, guys. I mean, bacteria and everything. But if you're doing an eye look and you just want to use the same brush more than once, then this is a good option because it's a dry brush cleaner and the product's not falling off. As I say, I took this travelling with me and I was pretty happy with the way it performed, and I took it in my beauty box, and it you know, one of those hard boxes that clips at the top, and I had no problems with that. It didn't leak all over my box, and it's a very good option, and the brushes come off clean, so I can't complain on that. So there is that. Okay. This is one I'm using in a lot of my videos. This is a mirror. I'm not going to blind you, but yeah, this is a mirror that I'm using in a lot of my videos at the moment. I find it's the ideal size just to sort of apply my makeup. So I do love this. That came in the Friends Revolution Advent Calendar for 2021. It might still be available at a discount. I'll link it down below if it is. But yeah, so no, I really love that. This also came in the Friends Advent Calendar. This is a lip, a lip balm. So in the winter, I've been reaching for this quite a lot actually. Really do like that, to put the moisture back in your lips. So sometimes I'll put it on at night just to make my lips not feel as dry, and you know, like when they're burning and stuff because they're so dry, well that soothes them instantly, so I do like that. Foundation, I have 2, just looking around for my second one. Okay, this is my new favourite. I bought this just to review for my channel because I knew I had Charlotte Tilbury fans from my first video that did quite well. And I was unsure whether to pick it up, but then they sent me a voucher for my birthday from, I think it was Space NK, and I thought, you know what, it's on a discount, I'll get it, you know, that sort of thing. But I actually really love this, and the shade match for me, it's in shade 1 Neutral, but the shade match for me is actually really good. It's one of the best shade matches I have used to date. And I remember one review that I watched somebody else do, and they said that it just like melted into the skin and you forgot where you'd already put it, sort of thing. And I see that with this. I set it down myself and I'm like, wow, it's just like magically blending into the skin. So I agree with that. And as I say, it's my new favourite really, so I do like that, and I'm wearing it at the moment, and I will repurchase when I run out. But the only thing is, it's hard to see when you're going to run out because you don't know how much product is coating the outside and how much is really in there. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to have to repurchase this, but I keep using it, so I really love this guy. This was my favourite up until I got that. This is a skin, sort of like more of a skin tint. This is the Easy Drop Blurring Skin Tint from Fenty. Really quite like this. Maybe it is tiny bit pale for my skin, but I can just about get away with it. I mean, this is in the lightest shade. This is in shade 1. But I can get away with this because it's a skin tint and not a foundation. But that's probably why I like this more, because I feel like the shade match is a bit better for me with this one than this one. But as a formula, it's not too bad. I do find sometimes I get a bit around my nose where it doesn't quite rub in properly because it's like you know, when it looks like it's separating a bit around the nose, so I sometimes get that a little bit with this. But no, I do still, this is still my second favourite, but this is definitely my new pick for foundation. Definitely prefer the Charlotte Tilbury, what's it called, Beautiful Skin foundation. I definitely prefer this at the moment. So I'm using it in all my videos that I'm filming now since I came back from my little disappearing act. I'm using that, so love it. The highlighter that I'm using at the moment, since I reappeared, is this one. This is the Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter. The camera is just on a little bit of like a warm temperature warning, so if I disappear I apologise. But yeah, I really love, it might be slightly dark for my skin tone, but I'm wearing it at the moment and I don't think it looks too bad. Maybe a tiny bit of a cast because it's slightly dark, but nothing major that I can't live with. So yeah, really loving this guy too. This is sadly discontinued, so I'm really sorry that I'm recommending something that you can't buy anymore, but this is the one that I'm using most at the moment. Okay, the powder that I like most is this one. This is again the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder in the shade One Fair. I really like this. As you can probably see, I've hit pan. It's a relatively new thing for me to hit pan on a product, but since I've been doing these videos, I'm hitting pan on a couple of items. This is one of them. So yeah, I'm really loving this. This is the only powder that I really use. Not gonna lie. Because as I say, it's just so finely milled, and I find that it doesn't change the colour of the foundation that I'm using. So say I've got that on today, and it just, I mean, people say it blurs the skin, which it does a little bit, I'd say. So yeah, I really love this. The other product I'm hitting pan on is my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Believe the hype. Believe the hype, guys, because this is nearly empty. I was gonna purchase some more with my Boots reward points last week, and then I didn't, and then the price has gone up again, so I'm a bit devastated. But yeah, I've hit pan on that. So I've mainly just got bits left around the sides, but I love this guy. I think what I like about it most is it's not a liquid. I mean, it's a putty, you know, it's wet. It's a consistency that sort of, it's more like a clay, well not clay, but like that sort of consistency. So yeah, it's a bit like a thick cream, if you like. So it's not, I wouldn't say, it's like runny, because some foundations, I mean, I've got a Charlotte Tilbury foundation, which I didn't mind, but it was quite runny and it would run down your face a little bit, and you know, but this doesn't do that at all. And it seems to like, I mean, sometimes I think this could be a foundation because it smooths the skin, and I feel like my skin already looks better before I even put on a foundation. But yeah, this is my go-to primer, as you can see. So yeah, believe the hype. It is absolutely amazing, really is. So yeah, there is that. And then I always use a beauty blender to not apply the primer. Yeah, I always use these sponges for to apply my foundation with. Do use it for something else as well. Oh, my concealer. So I use this for my foundation and concealer. Concealer is a relatively new concept to me, because I've always used to think, well, foundation covers most of it anyway, what do I want a concealer for? So yeah, I don't, concealers are relatively new. So I've got, when I mention concealer, this staple that I've got in here is a relatively new one. Well, not new to the market, but new to me, because I never used to use concealer, but then since I started doing these videos, I thought maybe I should be using a concealer. But yeah, I love these sponges. These are the Friends ones. You have to forgive how dirty that is with the little imprints in them. This one's got the lobster in it, and it's a bit filthy. Not that you can tell a lot because it's that sort of colour anyway. But I love these sponges. I've got 3 in total. I've got the 2 that came in this pack, the purple and the beigey coloured one, and then I've got the Armadillo one that was in the Friends Advent Calendar. So the Friends Advent Calendar might be a good option if you've got like, I think it's 20 odd quid now. I think it started at about 40 quid and it's, or 35, and it's dropped to about 20 something, if it's still available. So there is that. But yeah, no, I love those sponges. Although most sponges will probably do the same thing. This is my new concealer staple. Where are we? This is in the shade Cloud. This is the Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer. So I really love this guy. Say this was recommended again by another influencer, not directly, I mean via a video. And yeah, I mean it's great. I mean, as I say, for me, I didn't want to go around buying a load of different concealers because I'm historically not a concealer girl. I'm more, as I say, just use foundation. I used to use foundation as concealer when I never really used to wear foundation. I just use, does anybody remember the, is it Maybelline? Maybelline, was it? Dream Matte Mousse? I think it was Maybelline. Could have been L'Oreal. I think it was Maybelline. The Dream Matte Mousse. I used to use that as concealer. I'm not lying, because I didn't used to wear a lot of foundation because my PE teacher, who was my form tutor at high school, used to say that foundation used to make you break out in spots. So I don't wear foundation every day. I'll wear foundation if I'm going out, which with COVID it's not that often. Not that it was very often before COVID, but it's a thing. And I'll wear foundation to film. But in general, in my day-to-day life, like when I go to work, I don't wear foundation because I want to look after my skin, and I feel like I can do that better if I don't wear foundation all the time. So yeah, I used to use foundation as concealer, and that was the only thing I really used it for. But now I use concealer as concealer, and say this was recommended by another YouTuber via video. As I say, I don't know anybody personally on here. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, no, I really love this baby because I say I didn't want to go through and try a lot of different concealers when I'm not really a concealer person. I'd rather just get the right one the first time, and I believe that this fits the bill. So yeah, I really love that. Maybe it's a tad light in the shade Cloud. I think it's the lightest one you can get, but as I say, I mean, I've put it under my eyes and I've put it about here and here, and it seems to work for me, so yeah. Okay, this was another recommendation I got off YouTube. Again, this is the Love Flush Blush in the shade California Love, which is not a bad shade for fair skin, I don't feel. It's got the nice little bunny rabbits in it, but I'm wearing it today and I don't feel that it is too much for my fair skin, which is often a problem I have with blushes. The other blush product I want to mention is I love these ones from Colourpop. This is the extra glazed one. These are the cheap palettes that Colourpop came out with, the original ones without the bronzers. So it had the free blushes in and the highlight. I really love this. I have broken this shade. I can't remember, did I break it or did it arrive broken? I don't know. So that is the highlighter and these are the blushes, and I love the fact you can combine these blushes to create whatever shade like that you want within reason. This is I think that's a satin. I've already used that one. Anyway, this is a satin blush, which I quite like, that it's a different formula, and I think these are more traditional, and that's a satin. So I do love that these come in these palettes that you can just take away with you. I think this is one of the best ones for fair skin, this extra glaze shade. So I do love these. This has had quite a lot of use as well. As I say, that shade's just cracked, so technically I've not hit pan, you know, by usage, but I do love this. So yeah, they're the blushes that I'd recommend. What else have we got? This is my go-to. This was also a recommendation. If you follow the same person, you'll know why. Where are they? Why this, and this are recommendations if you follow the same person that I do. Her name's Judy, and she's amazing. She's got loads of followers, and she just seems a really nice person. So I do watch her. She's one of the ones I do. I watch a few, but she's one of the ones I do watch. But yeah, this is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And this is in the shade Brunette. I think she has hers in the shade Espresso, but her hair colour's a bit deeper than mine. So yeah, that's in the shade Brunette. Let's just, yeah, so that's the shade there. So I do use this. I mean, I don't have a proper brows routine like she does, or like most YouTubers do. I just go over the top. My brows are there, but they're just not very well shaped. I mean, because in the like 90s and the early thousands, people thought it was cool to get rid of most of their brows and just like have like tadpole eyebrows. And yeah, I'm not a big brow person, I'm not gonna lie. You're not gonna see me do a brow routine, at least not for a few years, until I actually develop a brow routine, because my routine is basically just to go over the top and make sure they don't look say sparse, look, you know, naff. As I mean, these are not going to win any awards for eyebrows of the year, but I do, that's how I'm most comfortable, and that's how I work best at the moment. So yeah, there is that. Going into lips, this is a Colourpop blotted lip in the shade Missing You. This is the sort of thing that if I go to bed with a bit of makeup on, which sometimes people do, please don't tell me it's complete sacrilege. I don't put foundation on to get into bed, but if I want to wear a bit of colour on my lips because I'm not overly overjoyed with my natural lip colour, then I'll just put a bit of this on, because it doesn't seem to stick. It's not very sticky in terms of, let's just put a bit down there. It's not very sticky, it doesn't rub off extremely easily in terms of getting all over your duvet cover and things like that. So if I mean, it's got a slight smell to it, but as I say, if I just want a bit of colour on my lips, but I don't want to wear a proper lipstick or anything, then this is what I'll reach for. But other than that, that's the only thing I use the blotted lip for. I've got two colours, and this is the only one that's really stuck, because it's the deeper one of the two colours that I picked up. Because I think I picked up this one, which is Missing You, and Feliz, something, happy in Spanish, Feliz, something. I forget now, but yeah, I only picked up two colours, but it's not my favourite formula. But I say for night time, if you just want a bit of colour on your lips, then I find that that's a good product to choose. Clarice, this is one of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Colourpop lipsticks. I've been loving this. This was one of my new go-to nude colours. I really like this, and I'm really sad it's not available anymore. So, I mean, recommending to your product that's not available is not really good on my part, but I do reach for this quite a bit. What else have we got here on lips? Mrs. Kisses, Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. This was one of my go-tos for ages. I say just a bit deeper than Feliz. Not Feliz, Clarice. But yeah, so I do like that. Just working my way. Very Victoria. You can see by like how much I've used. Where are we? If I go back, let's say, you can sort of see that I've used quite a bit of this. Have I got a newer one? I've got a new one down here. Okay, this is Super Fabulous. This is one that's not been used as much by me. So you can see Very Victoria next to it, and you can tell that it was an everyday staple for me for ages. So yeah, I am pretty much a creature of habit. Let's just put that there. So that is Very Victoria there. So I mean, I wear a lot of like nudes to work, because that's just like the best colour for you to wear to work. This one was a staple as well. Say, I've got a lot of Charlotte Tilbury staples. That is Super You, which was part of a limited edition nude collection that came out. So that was that's more of a brownie nude. That was popular with me for a while. Walk of No Shame. This is my ideal red from Charlotte Tilbury, because it's not an in-your-face red. So if I want a red, I'll tend to reach for that, because it's red, but it's not over red. This is one of my new favourites. This is the Pat McGrath Bridgerton lipstick in the shade Negligee. This is a new favourite of mine. It's got a cat hair on it. So yeah, I've not had this very long, but I've already reached for this twice for work in the last week since I got it. So I do really love that. I love the formula, the creaminess of it, but yeah, it dries down a bit like a matte. even though it's creamy. So it's not like the kissing formula, I don't find, from Charlotte Tilbury, where it just rubs off. This has got a little bit more staying power, so I can see that it is one I'm going to be reaching for. I also love the Colourpop glossy lip, not glossy lip stains. I do love the glossy lip stains, and we'll get to that. This is one of the lip tints. This one is in the shade Rose Way. This was part, I think, of the Flamingo collection or whatever it was. Coco Cabana? No, not Coco. I can't remember, if I'm honest, but... So I do love... So if I want something a bit more moisturising, I'll go for one of these. This is just the one that's more, like, nude on my lips sort of thing, even though it's a pinky colour. So I do really like that. So there is that. But yeah, no, I do love the glossy lip stains. This is the Tinkerbell one. Been loving these, as many other people have, because they dry down and they give you a bit of shine. Just let me remove the cat hair. I do have a cat. But yeah, so that's the Tinkerbell lip stain just there. So no, I do love the glossy lip stains. Favourite colour? I don't know, I like Cherry Up. I like Sugar Snap and what's it called? Bite something. I don't think I've got it down here. First Bite? No, I don't know. But there are quite a few colours I like. I like the Tinkerbell ones too, because they're more neutral and they've got some like sheen to them. So yeah, they're the lip products that I like. We will get into lip liners. This is my new all-time favourite, because I feel like it goes with most things, whether it's a nude lipstick or a more deeper colour. Probably doesn't go with any berries, but if you're going for a nude or a red, I find that this is the perfect colour. Oh, sadly it's not available anymore. It's called Over the Liner, and I accidentally ordered two. I didn't even know, but now I'm like really grateful, because it's like my new favourite lip liner colour. And I never used to be into lip liners. I just put lipstick on and have done, but these days, especially with me filming these videos, I do find lip liners are helpful. So as I say, I mean, I'm wearing it today with this colour, and this is a berry. This is like the Frozen, so I've just filmed a Frozen video, so I used the Elsa lipstick from the Colourpop line, because I don't think there are any lip products that came out with the Soda Frozen collection, but I can be stood corrected. I'm doing very well today. If it's not a temperature warning, it's a battery exhausted warning. So yeah, this is Over the Liner, and it's my new favourite, not that one. This is Over the Liner, and it's my new favourite lip liner. Love it. I'm sorry it's not available anymore. I also love Revolution's ones. I just like anything that's soft. This is the Soph lip liner that came with the lip kit in the most recent Soph collection, which was, I think, autumn last year. I think it was launched. But yeah, I just love any like Revolution lip liner, because I find their formula really soft. I don't like the ones that are really harsh and are like more like a real pencil, because I struggle to draw on my lips without hurting my lips. So I like anything creamy, and these two are definitely creamy. Eyeliner, I just brought down one. This is in the shade Piggy Bank, I believe. Yes. And this is a Colourpop creme gel liner. So I do love the Colourpop liners, because I find that they're really creamy, and again, I don't want to hurt my eyes when I apply. I've tried some of them in the waterline and they work okay, but I'm a bit, because I wear contacts, I'm a bit worried about putting things in my waterline. So sometimes I'll just use it underneath the eye when I do an eye look, if I don't want to use shadow. I mean, most of the time these days I use shadow underneath. But if I don't want to use shadow, I will use a creme gel liner, usually from Colourpop. So yeah, there is that. Right, I don't use a lot of bronzer. I just don't, because I don't want to look tangoed. It takes me back to the noughties, when people in school were like tangoed with orange on their face. Not everybody, you know, I can't remember who, you know, now. But if I wanted to use a bronzer, I'd go in with this one, because from Charlotte Tilbury in the Film Star Bronze and Glow duo. I don't use the highlighter as much probably as I would use the bronzer, because I've got other highlighters, but that one for my fair skin is probably just about right. So let's just see if we can get a swatch. So yeah, that's the bronzer. that's in that set. So as I say, for my fair skin, I don't really want anything any deeper than that, but I've not tried a lot of bronzers just simply because I'm not a bronzer girl. So yeah, that is all the lips and face products, etc. Mascaras, you won't get me picking a favourite mascara. I'm trying to get into the Charlotte Tilbury push-up lashes Pillow Talk mascara, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, in my last couple of videos I've used this. This is an Essence Princess mascara, not the one with all the rave reviews, although I might have that one upstairs. This is the Crazy Volume I Love Extreme mascara from Essence. As I say, I've not reviewed the Essence products yet that I've got here, so yeah, there is that. But how can we not end without picking some of my go-to eye palettes? So if I have to pick a Charlotte Tilbury one, because I say some of my fans are Charlotte Tilbury fans, then this is the one I would choose. This is the Flawless Eye Filter Luxury Palette in Star Aura. This is the shade I use most, because I mean, I did watch one of their masterclasses, and they said you could just use this colour all over the eye and you're ready to go, sort of thing, if you've not got much time doing the school run and things like that. So this, and this to me is the best, one of the best Charlotte Tilbury formulas, just simply because I find a lot of her quads are too dry, which isn't, it's not my jam. It's not my jam having a dry formula. So yeah, they're the swatches of that. So yeah, they're not dry. But I find a lot of the ones dry out really quickly from Charlotte Tilbury, which I'm disappointed about. And some of them I just can't get to work on my eyes the way I think they should. But this, say if I have to pick a Charlotte Tilbury one, this would be my top pick. At the moment, I've not grabbed the new Pillow Talk Dreams because again, I'm not overly in love with the formula. Although one of the reviewers that I watch says that she thinks that Pillow Talk Dreams quad is more in line with the Fire Rose quad, which I do have, quality wise, so I might pick it up, but I'm not, it's not something I'm feeling at the moment. In terms of budget palettes, I was using these two a lot in the autumn, when I first got them, around Black Friday, because I love the reds in here. So the reds in the two centres of these palettes, and then sort of dark pink up here. I really loved these. So if I wanted to create a red look, I'd often use these two together as like one palette, and I'd take out the reds and just, I love these guys so much. So I was reaching for these an awful lot. These are in the Thanksgiving set, Revolutions, Friends and Thanksgiving. How can I not? When I got this, I was reaching for this an awful lot. These are sort of the tones I just go for in winter, I suppose. Yeah, I really love that. And I'm sad that you can't get it anymore, but I suppose Christmas is over. Some of us wish it wasn't. Don't get me wrong, I don't like the expense of Christmas. I mean, I love giving presents, but I often want to give more than I can afford to give. So yeah, there is that, but I do love Christmas in general, and who cannot love Rudolph? So I was using this, and this was in my bathroom a lot, because I do my makeup in my bathroom, and I was reaching for that a lot. This guy, when it came out, I was reaching for this beautiful limoncello palette from Colourpop. I loved that. I loved the whole bright colour scheme, and the brown and the shimmers were like to die for. These two, and where is it, Lemon Squeeze? I love that gold up there. I love that. So yeah, no, I really love that. Not reached for it yet this year because we're only just arrived in spring. One of my favourite winter palettes was this one. I think this was Colourpop's 2020 Christmas release, one of the two. One was pinky and then one was this. I love this. I love the shade names, but I love like the khaki and the shimmers. I really love that. I didn't reach for it so much this year, but I probably will do because it is absolutely amazing. I love that. The formula was right on par, and they're just the sort of colours that some people like to wear in the winter. So, no, I love that. This is one I keep coming back to in the summer. This I'll use, so if I'm not using the Natasha Denona Bronze palette, which I do use a bit, I think I used it when we went on summer holiday last year, then I do love this guy. So this is like, I'd probably say this is like a budget version. The colours aren't quite the same, but it's the same sort of vibe, and I always come back to this for a goldy orange palette, browns. I'll always come back to this because this is absolutely stunning. So this is the California Love from Colourpop. How can I not talk about this guy? This guy for spring into summer, amazing, absolutely amazing colours here. Love the shimmers. That gold as a topper is amazing. Love the pastel greens. I can't not, you know, and yeah, even the like inner corner highlight colour, it's got like a shift to it. I can't not. That is one of the best palettes Colourpop have released. I mean, I'm not into the Mandalorian, so I wasn't going to get it, but then I decided I would, and wow, just wow. I've only got 4 palettes left. 2 of them are these bad boys, because these are like, again, a Judy recommendation, and I didn't pick them up until about last autumn, or was it late summer? I wasn't going to, because I thought, I've got pink palettes, I've got nude palettes, what do I want these for? But really and truly, they are stunning. I will be getting more use out of them this spring, no doubt. As I say, they are ones that I will take on holiday, just in case I want to do that neutral look. I mean, that golden, you just can't not, you know, love them, absolutely love them. Right, down to the last 2. This is my new favourite bad boy. I did wear it when we went away on a weekend away recently. I love this. I love BH Cosmetics formula. And wow, I just love this, and the pink, and it's just the green. That's one of the most perfect colour stories for me. You know, you can add depth, but you've got the other colours, and I've just remembered another palette I didn't bring down, which I'm going to have to bring down in a minute, so there will be 2 more. And this, well, I think a lot of people loved this when it launched. This is the Natasha Denona Retro palette. I've got a go-to look with this. I think I start with Vivienne, and then I go into Andy, and then, I mean, I've been known to use nude mauve or mauve, and then I love psychedelic, and then Jude. I've used glitz. I love this bad girl, really do. This is amazing to me. So I think it's probably my favourite Natasha Denona palette, although I do like quite a few. I like the bronze and I like the glam, but that probably is my favourite. And I'm just going to go and grab that palette that I really love that I forgot to bring down. Just bear with me. My other go-to palette for the last year was this bad girl. This is the BH Cosmetics Miss Claus The Lit List. And I really love this because, I mean, I heard so many things about the previous BH Cosmetics Christmas palette, which I didn't pick up. I don't think I knew anything about it, and I didn't really know much about BH Cosmetics. But this, well, this was my go-to palette for that sort of holiday season. I mean, what can you say, really? What can you say? I absolutely adored this. I still probably do, but because it's a Christmas palette, I don't bring it out. But I mean, you've got the neutrals at the top, and you've got the greens and the red and the blue. I mean, some of these shimmers. I mean, BH Cosmetics formula, I absolutely love them. But yeah, I mean, you probably can't get this anymore, but I would recommend, if you do find it, grab it. Grab it with both hands and don't let go of it. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying this was like one of the palettes of the year for me last year, easily. If I did a review video of the palettes that I liked best, that would be near the top for sure. So yeah, I think I've covered everything that's on this table. As I say, I mean, I did bring down rather a lot of stuff. As I say, there isn't really a favourite mascara because I don't really do mascara a whole lot. I mean, I probably should, considering I do now this YouTube channel. I don't know why I'm looking at my eyeshadow because this video isn't actually about this look. But yeah, I think I was looking at the mascara actually. So yeah, I mean, mascara wise, this is an alright option, but I say I've not really got a lot to compare it to, and say I'm trying to get into the Pillow Talk Push Up Lashes one from Charlotte Tilbury, which if I do get into it, I will feed back on that. That is my cat playing with a cat toy. If you can hear the squeaking, which I don't know if you can until I come to edit this. But yeah, there's some of my favourite products. Let's say eyeshadow palettes from the last sort of year, and then my main day-to-day sort of staples. So I hope you found that helpful. And yeah, I will see you in my next video, guys. I'm hoping to do a spring video soon, so I might include this little beauty. Might do a look with that as well. This is a new, well, newish. Got it about January. And what's it? Martine Cosmetics, the Douche Chuan eyeshadow palette. I did study French at a degree level, but I don't, as I say, I'm a bit rusty these days because I've not really used it actively in about 10 years, so I'm a bit rusty. But yeah, no. So I'm hoping to do a spring palettes video, but as I say, I'm not going to make any promises about when things are going to go up. I'm just going to do the best I can for you guys and try and get more than one video up a week if I can, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, thanks again for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you to all my current subscribers for sticking with me. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye guys, have a great weekend.